Hello everybody and welcome back to another Beyblade X unboxing video. I just got a massive package from Spin City Imports. As you can see here, I have the Wolf Hunt set and the Emperor deck set, as well as the new Infinity Stadium. But today we're only going to be focusing on one of these products. It's going to be the new Wolf Hunt Beyblade. Let's rip this bad boy open. Save my code for later. All right, let's check this thing out. First glance, this thing has a really cool lock chip. First glance, the lock chip looks really cool, and it's kind of shaped like Cobalt Drake with the four sides, I'm noticing. 060, I've never really personally been a fan of the zero-sided ratchets. I guess because they hit the rail too much and burst, from my experience at least. And then the white disc ball, I've never really used disc ball, so I have no opinion on it. Let's cut this bad boy open and check everything out. The assist blade is supposed to be free spinning. I guess kind of like how the blue blade on Silver Wolf is. Guess if we take this lock chip off, we can see how it works. I guess it doesn't fully spin. It has a really cool, I kind of like this teal blue that it has though. It's kind of nice. Especially with the silver down here. And this is it constructed. It kind of feels like a burger, like it looks like a burger almost. Like you want to take a bite out of it. Can we get this to focus? There we go. Now I guess we can see how balanced it is, thankfully, with this little mirror that has a divot inside that a lot of people use for balance tuning. That is very imbalanced. Maybe ratchet orientation or the way I have the assist blade. Oh my goodness. That's super imbalanced. I probably put the assist blade on wrong. That's the thing with balance tuning CX bays. It always takes so long, especially when you use a different lock chip or you change the lock chip into orientation. You'd be surprised that it actually affects everything that goes on with it. Okay, it's not bad. I lied. She's pretty imbalanced. But anyway, overall, I think it looks really cool. It definitely like a must-have if you're a collector. I didn't really run into many of these recently. It's been out for a little bit. I did play in a tournament fairly recently. Nobody was really using this, but it was one of the prizes there. And I know a few people there, they had the Emperor set and they were using the Emperor Might and the lock chip on their setups. And I believe one person did have the free spinning assist blade here, but I don't know if I personally, I didn't match up against them, but I know they were using it just from like looking around and seeing like, oh, that's a new part. But back to my earlier comment. It does have a very similar shape to Cobalt Drake. If you stack them together, they're almost identical. And this is the Cobalt Drake from the Infinity Stadium. Okay, let's test the new Wolf out against 3 combos that I have been playing recently. So we'll try it out against a Stamina combo, Wizard Rod 960 free ball, an attack combo, Arrow Pegasus 170 kick. I have been playing 760 on Arrow quite a bit. That's why I slipped up. And then Hover Wyvern, the new one I unboxed in the last video, on 960 level. This is a combo I've really been enjoying. The matches will be 1st to 4. And we'll see how the new stock Wolf stands up against these 3. So for our first battle, we'll do Wolf Hunt and Arrow Pegasus. 760 kick against 060 disc ball. Oh my god, it burst right away. That's not good. Spin finish, 1 point. Popped right out of the pocket because of that 170 on it. Will it be able to outlast? Unfortunately not, so 1 point for Arrow. Was a burst finish. As we can see here, it's still spinning. The current score is 3-1. Burst finish for Arrow. So Arrow is the victor. Now we'll try it up against Hover Wyvern 960 level. Oh, and it's almost exploded. You can see the disc ball kind of popped out. And that would be classified as a burst. Wow. It exploded. Extreme finish. That extreme kind of felt like charity, I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, okay. Our first victory. Wolf. Let's try it against Wizard Rod 960 free ball. This one's going to be a pretty boring matchup, but it's just, I want to see how it does with its like in a stamina matchup. And it doesn't seem to be doing pretty good. I'm pretty sure Wizard Rod's going to win here unless like Wizard Rod decides to burst randomly. And it's extremely unbalanced, I guess, with the ratchet and bit orientation. Maybe Wolf would be better on an attack setup. I'll put 960 and level on it after the Wizard Rod matchup, and then we'll do it against the Wizard Rod just to see how it does with kind of attack build. But I feel like the four sides of the Beyblade would be better for an attack build rather than defense. Just the way it's shaped. That was unfortunate. Our Victor Wizard Rod. Here it is with 960 and level. So we'll try that out. What do we... Oh, there we go. 2 points. 2 points right away. Right off the bat. What did I say? I feel like it would be a better attacker, and I was right. Just straight or a third launch just to see. Level doing its thing and going crazy off of the rail, which is kind of expected. But those first two outcomes were great. I would definitely need to test this more. Okay, so it seems to be better on an attack build. Overall, I don't think this is a very good stock combo. It seems to burst quite a bit. Like it has almost no burst resistance. Even when putting a bit like kick with burst resistance into the 060, it doesn't seem to have too much burst resistance. I know a lot of people are very hyped for this ratchet. Maybe I just got a loose one because it doesn't seem to be very tight and kind of wobbly. Disc ball has never really been too good of a bit for me. If you're like a diehard collector like myself, it's definitely a must-have. But I think you might be able to skip this release. Again, don't quote me on that because I am going to test this out and try and do a couple of attack combos on it because I feel like this would be a better attacker than a defense Beyblade for sure. Thanks, guys, for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And remember, you can pick these up from SpinCityImports.com and use code Ziggy for 7% off your order. That's for the Infinity Stadium, the Emperor deck set, or the Wolf if you want to give it a try too. I know I've heard stories of people getting insanely tight 060s that they've been doing like crazy combos with, checking online and everything like that. I'm most excited for this teal lock chip with a wolf on it. To me, it's probably the coolest piece that's in here. And the free spinning assist blade. I wonder what I'll be able to cook up with that. Thank you again for watching.